This video is about history and development of blues. Blues may come from the term blue devils, which means sadness.
Blues is a vocal and instrumental form culturally originated in the southern United States among the African American communities in the late 19th century. It is associated with the newly acquired freedom of the enslaved people after the Emancipation Act of 1863.
Its stylistic origins are related to European folk music, spiritual work song, field holders, shout and chants, and rhyme simple narrative ballads.
I'm sitting here singing the unemployment blues. Oh yeah. My boss man, he said to me, son, you're fired today. He would not give me my money. He said, you just go away. Money for food nor rent. Oh yeah. My baby, she done kicked me out. She would not relent.
In the lyrics of blues, many of them are used to express a depressed mood, economic depression, death, mourning, ceremonies, desire, loss, and human relationship, drugs, drinking, and violence. The lyrics of early traditional blues verses often consisted of a single line repeated 2 to 4 times. Example: woke up this morning with the blues down in my soul. Woke up this morning with the blues down in my soul. My baby gone and left me. Got a heart as black as coal. In the early 20th century, the structure turned it to be a standard A-A-B pattern with a line sang over the 4 first bars, a repetition over the next 4, and then a longer concluding line over the last bars in the common with crowbar blues featuring the A-A-B structure. In melody, blues is featured by the use of flattered third, fifth, and seventh of the associate major scale. Early forms of the blues in the late 19th and early 20th centuries used simple musical instruments like acoustic guitar, piano, harmonica.
At first, the blues in the middle 18th century was the low-down music played by rural blacks for black listeners. In the 1920s, the country blues became a major element of African American popular music. It started to attract white audience. The blues evolved from the informal performances in bars to entertainment in theaters. Many blues musicians based in Memphis moved to Chicago in the late 1930s or early 1940s, and that began the stage of the urban blues movement. Boogie Woogie was another important style of the 1930s and early 1940s urban blues. It involved solo piano, singers, and a solo part. The Boogie Woogie gave rise to jump blues. It uses saxophone or other brass instruments and the guitar in the rhythm section. This then affected the development of blues jazz in Los Angeles during the 1940s.
In the 1940s and the 1950s, due to urbanization and the use of Chicago blues, amplification, electric blues music and gained its popularity. Electric blues eventually gave rise to rock and roll. It was very popular in Chicago. In the 1960s and 1970s, artists such as Eric Clapton and Janis Joplin were influenced by electric blues. They brought
the blues to younger generations and led to the development of rock and roll, which used guitars in both solo and rhythm roles. The blue waves were also part of the mainstream popular music.
In the 1980s, there was a resurgence of interest of the mid-20th century style urban blues among younger audience. In the 1990s, with the disturbance of blues publication major, cities began forming blues societies, outdoor blues festival became more common, and blues nightclubs and events for blues emerged.
In the 2000s and the 2010s, blues rock gained its popularity. It was due to the advancement of the internet, and many artists started creating YouTube channels, forums, and Facebook pages.
Blues musical styles, form, melodies, and the blues scale have in-depth influences on the development of boogie woogie, jazz, rock and roll, and popular music.